My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Blueprints. In our last episode, we managed to check out a couple of cool things. In particular, we checked out the foundation and its interaction with the secret garden key, as well as the prism key. Neither of those are the key that is being looked for in the basement. We also got a lot more information about the Baron. We got a little bit more information on a puzzle involving the breaker room, which we could now solve if it turned up. We also got a first words on the something letter is relevant to us. So I'm going to check the first words on this letter. Simon, welcome. You memories are provided as by assumed last... Okay, that's not it. Simon, welcome. You. Bye. Please. I. Nope. Bolts. Okay, nope. Not that either. It's probably not this letter, necessarily, that they're referring to. And also, out of the 8 code words, we know first words on the blank, blank, blank letter. So it could be any of the letters. Hell, it might actually refer to letters, as in individual pieces of a word. Couldn't tell you yet for the life of me. What I can tell you is that we're about to head outside, and in doing so, we are going to go get ourselves an outside room. Kind of want a shrine, and then I spend all day just making money, and then I come back to the shrine and I invest it in the shrine, because I still haven't gone to do that yet. Root cellar. Yeah. Give me more dig spots. No ability to dig, just dig spots, please. Yeah, the chapter, for or rather the passage for this, in the archives room, you actually have the larger version of it. So we already have the information. But no sign has been found yet. Damn it, you won't let me eat the potato? What will you let me eat? Nothing? So Mary Epson would be assumedly our mother. Again, I haven't confirmed that Mary Epson is Mary Jones, is Mary Matthew Jones, is Marion Marigold. It's just the Mary Epson of that I'm not certain of. I'm almost entirely certain of it, though, just to be clear. She's our mother. Simon H. Sinclair is our grandfather. Clara Epson is our grandmother. Herbert S. Sinclair, boom, 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 grand uncle. Sinclair's niece is Mary. Like, all of it lines up appropriately. Count Lionel Epson. Major Lionel Epson? I don't know. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, we've got literally no thing in here. We've just got a bunch of dig sites, and if we find a shovel, we will be laughing. Please give me a shovel game. I really want it. I really want it. It is also worth noting, the airplane has been thrown in the bushes outside. What bushes where? We just have been told that an airplane was thrown outside. Also, that was in the youth of Herbie and Simon. That is to say, Herbert S. Sinclair and Simon F. Sinclair. Also, I need to get the pool pump done so that I can drain the reservoir, so that I can go down into the tomb. We got a lot of different things that could be relevant to us today. Why don't we head into the house and see which will be? Funeral parlor. Gem price is equal to the amount of red rooms in your house, and if you want an empty box and a funeral parlor, gain 3. I'm gonna go for the den so that I have access to all of the rooms. I really don't want to cut myself off in any positioning, because I have been doing that, and it has not been working out especially well for us, so let's change plan. Change tact. Office would be lovely right now, but I'll have to settle for a closet, and I'm not going to be mad about it. We've got a shovel in. It's always a key. Why is it always here? Sorry, a key. Now this den. Storeroom, spare bedroom, and commissary. I'm gonna take spare bedroom just so I don't cut off the ability to move up to the foundation, because the foundation gives its... Wow. Give me some diggy. Dig, dig, dig. Because the foundation gives us the ability to access another room afterwards as well. Wow. Look, I'll take security because security is an important room. Especially if I find the breaker box, because I've got stuff that I want to do there. And then I could also... change the keycard system a little bit. At the moment, I'm just going to change the security level down to low so that there's as few locked doors as possible. I don't think changing the offline mode matters, so I can literally just do that. If I ever turn off the keycard system, I'm going to want to come back to this room and then make it a high security system so that there's more keycard rooms, which are already unlocked because of the whole turn and off thing. Laboratory leading back in the correct direction for us, and it gives us our puzzle early. That's really important. Furnace, you are more likely to draw red rooms while drafting. I gotta say, I'm not super keen on going to a furnace right now. I'm fine with that, thank you. It had to be Sade. Explosive? Oh. A large battery pack provides juice to battery-powered contraptions. Look. Look. I'll hold on to that. I haven't seen, I think, any instance so far that would be able to utilize it, though. All right, let's set up our experiment for the day. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, you add a small chest to the entrance hall. Oh, gain +1 star! Gain +1 star is huge. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door, gain 1 star. Yes, please. I'm going to do that as my experiment because now I have so many reasons to open the breaker room. Like, as soon as it turns up, it's an instant draft for us. Chapel. When you enter chapel, lose 1. I don't even have to go into the chapel. I could just put it there. Dark room. I could just put you there. This is great. I don't have to go into that room. But I have drafted another red room. So anything that cares about how many red rooms I've drafted will see that room. No, sir. Unfortunately, I don't have any gems, so I have to draft the weight room, which is going to halve my footsteps. Yay. It's okay. I can't do anything about it, so there's no reason to cry about it either. A chapel. We're going in a different direction. While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of... I'm going to spawn the chapel, which I can go through, but I don't need to. Just quickly looking at the door to see if there's a bunch of coins in there to make it worthwhile entering in the first place. There does not appear to be. I mean, I don't need to be able to access through this room, so guest bedroom here for 10 additional steps is ideal. Snag a key in 10 steps. Get out of there. Ooh, boiler room. Oh, I don't have a gem. Why do I have to have so few gem? You know what? I'm going back to the entrance hall. I can't keep having good rooms turn up and just not being able to do anything about them. My hope is that heading out in this direction, because we're very early, the game is going to look at my thing and go, oh, you haven't got a funeral parlor. You should have a funeral parlor. And then it'll give me a funeral parlor like the one that I currently have. The gem prize is equal to the amount of red rooms in your house. It will currently be 4, and that will give me 4 gems, and that is enough. I don't have to get infinity gems for it to be good enough for me. Herbert S. Sinclair, Baron of Mount Holly from 1920 to 1993. To the dreams I keep, to the schemes I cling, to my task, let it last, let it sleep. To the friends I made, to the ends I braved of the past, let it last, let it sleep. To the steps I laid just to call it a day, one last draft, let it last, let it sleep. To my sole bequest, to the last roll left, oh my mask, let it last, let me sleep. Not 100% certain how to interpret that just yet, so I'm gonna take some screenshots of it and reapprise it at a future date. The gems are in a box with the word blue on it. The gems are in a box that is actually blue. So again, this one gives no information, so it can't be true, it can't be false, which means the other two have one that is true and one that is false. If this was true, it could be, the gems could be in itself, or the gems could be in this one, because both of them say the word blue, so it's not clear enough. If this was true, then this would have to be false. Hang on. The gems are in a box that is actually blue. So assuming that's true, the gems are in a box with the word blue on it. That would also be true. And this is ambiguous, which can't be the case. The gems are in a box with the word blue on it. If we assume that's true and this is false, then it's in the black one. Yoink. And now we can draft whatever we want. A bedroom that actually heads out in the correct direction. Hell yeah. Courtyard? Requires 1 gem, gives me back 2, hopefully a shovel. Oh no, it did give me a tool, which I'm happy about, but it's not a shovel. Despite the fact that there's 2 dig spots here, I need give me a shovel. Billiard room, library, or nuke. I'm gonna hit up that billiard room. Get some more resources. 1 coin from the countertop. Nothing from behind. 4? Well, that equals 4. 15 minus 10 times 3. Well, that equals 15. 17 minus 15 is 2. Times 20 is 40. Divided by 10 is 4. 12 minus 11 is 1. Times by 1 is 1. Times by 2 is 2. Times by 4 is 8. Divided by 4 is 2. Yoing. Grand. Nothing else here that I have to pay attention to? Come on! Shovel! Shovel! Utility closet. Yeah, I got another way out of the chapel that I can leave. I gotta. So, foist things foist. Yes, I turns that appropriately. This is correct. And then also, I need to set these. So, the order I need to set them, we discovered recently in the office, is off, blue, green, white, red, purple. However, you can only turn something white if all of them are already purple. Which I know there is a specific way for me to accomplish. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so the white one is 4th. Then this one needs to be red. It needs to be red next to a purple. There we go. And then off, blue, and green. Hell yeah. Well, well, well. What have you? Yes! That's got to be a permanent open. Is that the minecart in there? It's the minecart in there! I've already interacted with that space from the other side. The gemstone cavern has been permanently unlocked beside your and added rather to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with 2 gems. That actually seems significantly less impactful than I thought it was going to be. That's okay. We still did a thing. It's good. Another dig spot. I would love to be able to do something about those. Should I head outside, perhaps? I don't have too many more steps. And I'd hate not to know what it'd do. Honestly, yeah. It's gonna cost me like a round trip of like maybe 8 steps, I think. But it'll be worth it. I don't want to have to check it at the start of a new day. What if there's something in there that gets charged with a battery pack? You know how daft I would feel? Very. Are those gemstones all pick up off the wall? No. Gotcha. Pretty. Get him. That's flame number 3. There's gonna be, if I had to guess, the final one is across the reservoir, down. In the down. It's down and across the reservoir. Unfortunately, these are not the minecarts I previously interacted with. Alright. However, we have got ourselves a letter. It's a loss of the equipment for the new mine. I don't think we're gonna need more than this, rather, especially if we're gonna limit excavation to 2 stones per day. I was told by the engineer that getting greedier than that might risk the structural integrity of these cave walls, so I suppose we'll have to adhere to his expert opinion, at least for now. We managed to remove all but 1 minecart from the old tunnels. 2 of them were too rusted up and worn down to be of any use to us up here, so Dave went ahead and made call to scrap them. I'm not sure if the foreman's gonna be too happy about that, but hopefully you can smooth it over. Now, there is still 1 more cart down there, but it's locked on a short track and it's still way too difficult to move away from the reservoir side. It's a little bit awkward because it's blocking the passage, but I suggest someone move it to the other side if they can get over there. Already done. The boss informed us that there are 2 ways into that site from that side, but I think we're gonna leave that for someone else to finish up if the old man really wants it done. I mean, we already moved that, so no problem. Yep. Unfortunately, exactly as I expected. That's some additional and fun and free information that we get, but at the cost of a decent amount of steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I might be able to discover a new room before the end of today. Maybe. All right. Let's have about it. I just need some food. Some more steps, please. Before we leave security, just in case, though. Keycard system. Keycard system. Set security level to very, very high. Because I've already unlocked all of those doors. And this is the first time I've come into the chapel, so I should look about. Oh man, so many dig spots and not a shovel. Dirt everywhere, not a shovel to dig. Wow. The nook doesn't terminate. Pantry would terminate though. So would observatory. I'm gonna go to the nook and try and live. I'm not going to terminate my own estate here. Come on, kitchen. Commissary. Items for sale. Commissary have food. Commissary may have food. Oh, commissary have shovel. Salt shaker. With and without. We are with charts and without cart. Okay, these words need to be one away from one another. So the first one was Mountain Peak, and it was without P's. So it's peak without P. So it was saying the letter K. And then we have reeds or grain without clouds raining. That is grain without rain. That is KG. We have charts without cart. KGH. I have no clue what they are relevant for just yet, but that is what it is say. God, if I could have just gone that shovel. Master bedroom. 1 step for each room in your house. Yes! And that was a successful experiment as well. Unfortunately, that will also terminate. No! I mean, it was either I was going to have to stop here or I was going to have to stop there, right? I didn't get a choice in that one. This does at least give me a new room that I can have a look through, though. Mora Jai box. I know Mora Jai from one of the one of the stamps. One of the letters it says Mora Jai, White Sea of Yore. Collector's box. Mora Jai box, fun for the family. Mora Jai boxes were a popular fad in the early 30s amongst both the peerage and common crowds. These small mechanical puzzle boxes originated from the Isle of Mora Jai as a children's game that quickly gained popularity among seafarers and who valued the compact boxes as both lockbox and entertainment on long voyages. Over time, the boxes spread from port to port and eventually found their way into homes and hearts of every realm. A traditional Morochai box is distinguished by a lid featuring a 3x3 grid of white and grey tiles. Each white tile can be pressed like a button, which will change the colour of that tile and the surrounding squares. The goal of each box is to find a way to make all of the 4 corner tiles into white squares. These simple rules evolve as the game spread around the world. Regional variations introduce new colours and mechanics, offering greater challenges and local flavour. While the fad may have ended, Morochai boxes still make for a memorable gift for both collectors and puzzle enthusiasts. Well, let's have a wee go at this one. Okay, so 3 of those are already set correctly. Got him. Another allowance token. Our allowance has been raised by another 2. Hell yeah. The controls for the Foundation elevator are located behind the Foundation. Whoa, I already knew that. I found that. Hell yeah. This means the controls can only be accessed by another room adjacent to the Foundation. Unclear if this is a security feature or a flaw. Please advise. A safe deposit box key. Simon, I never intended to finish writing this letter, but by now you must know that... I can't hit any of the keys. Oh. I'm desperately hoping there's something else I can interact with this in this room that allows us to proceed. So that represents the joining of House Epson and Sinclair. Epson on the right there, Sinclair on the left. And it happened in... Happened in? Well, because that says... 1213. One thousand, 200s, a 10, and 3. I guess that's how old the houses are, perhaps, in total. So we have, like, the Shield of Arms. Sorry, the Coat of Arms, rather. And it is 1, 2, 1, 3. I mean, that could be a code. Perhaps. I don't necessarily know why I would suspect that to be a code, except for the fact that it is 4 numbers. And 4 numbers, that's a code, baby. In a game like this, that's a code. To my encouraging uncle, who opened many doors for me. Ever grateful, Mary. P.S. They made me change the ending of Orange as you predicted. They made me change the ending of Orange as you predicted. I don't know what orange means there. I would assume it's of this book. But there was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. Had a love of all things red. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. He never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard the sky was not a red hue. He looks at his book, he hangs out, and he looks at his book again. They made you change the ending? Really? Nothing appears to have changed. Oh, I guess they made you change it prior to publication. It was the story of a boy who also wore red. He looked like a prince from his toes to his head. Okay, yeah, this one doesn't appear to be changed. Take a quick shot of that, though. That's us. That's Simon. That's our dad. Something Jones, one imagines. And that is our mother, Mary Matthew Jones. Nay, Mary Epson? I am still looking for a chess piece in this room. This seems like a particularly prominent room, and a lot of those specifically have the chess pieces. I would imagine this might have the king chess piece as well. If the guidelines so far are anything to hold by, but also I don't see a single chess piece in this room. Dang. 21 more steps available, though, if I need those. Is there anything I can do? At this point, unfortunately, I believe the answer to be no. I could go to the... You know what? Look, I have enough steps to try it anyway. I'm going to go to the dark room. This is interesting. Like, K, G, H. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. No, of course, G and H are way before K in the alphabet. Unfortunately, I have to spend even more money in this room. I'm looking to go to the dark room, let it turn the light off, and then I'm going to go to the utility closet to turn the light back on, and then I'm going to come back to the dark room. Oh, okay, never mind. Once you've done it once, this room is... Okay. Or maybe I already flick toggled it. Hobbyist Kit will occasionally be able to unlock some normal doors for us. Yeah, this is definitely Sinclair's office, but you are definitely not Sinclair. But you were writing in that office. Interesting. Extra photos of the ladyship. Yes. We've seen that before. I mean, we will have seen all of the rest of the information here before as well. Yeah, that's E in that location. We've seen that before as well. I really wish I had the magnifying glass so I could look at that, but it's probably just going to be H loves C, right? No, H... It shouldn't be H. It should be... It does look like an H at the start there. Is it possible that both the brothers Sinclair loved Epson, loved Lady Clara Epson, and then they fell out after? Also, again, another thing I'd love to have a... That one, unfortunately, is too smudged to be able to read without it. Well... Managed to get into the dark room. Nothing there either. That one's going to be called a day. Vault key. Unlocks box 233. Now, there is a vault, unfortunately. We have not got that access at the moment. Battery pack. Contraptions made in the workshop. Of course, don't have the workshop here. Yeah. Admittedly, the fact that we're going to have 2 gems at the start of each day, as well as 2 additional coins at the start of each day, we don't start any days with keys, but we are really starting to pick up the pace here. A lot of our days are going to be able to start 5 allowance. 8 stars, because we managed to get another one of them as we were moving. I'm going to call this one a day for today. But I feel like we actually got a surprising amount of useful additional information and permanent unlocks that are going to be helping us in the future. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Blueprints. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. Top left is a series playlist for all our content on the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below, streaming past. Are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays out above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Sorathil. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.